Are we actually starting to see Bitcoin bounce? Or is there one more big drop? Also, altcoins, are we about to see a massive move to the upside on Ethereum, Solana, AVAX, and many more? We're going to be discussing that today because the charts are showing us some very significant signs. So make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, click the bell for notifications, because we are bringing you the juiciest crypto updates here on YouTube. And of course, I am not a financial advisor. I am not giving financial advice. I am simply an idiot on a treadmill holding a plunger, trading millions of dollars with high leverage, and you definitely should not do the same thing as me. But nevertheless, right now, the Bitcoin price is printing a very bullish continuation pattern. And when I gaze my eyes upon the chart, it's honestly making me want to take my plunger treadmill game to the next level. Because the last time we saw this signal print, not only did I put on my glasses and scream into a plunger, but we also got a very big move to the upside of about, let's say, 12% on Bitcoin. Now, this time, it's even more bullish than the last time, and I think we could see Bitcoin pump up to potentially $130,000. And fortunately for us, there's a very clear line in the sand where we can determine what are the probabilities for Bitcoin to pump from here, or are we going to get another move to the downside? So here's the deal. We're currently printing and will confirm possibly at the end of the day, this green dot on market Cipher B. Now, why is this so significant? This is not just any old green dot on market Cipher B. What we have here, going all the way back until April, this entire structure is bullish. And in the context of this structure, what's happening right here on market Cipher B is signaling another big move to the upside. And let me explain what I mean. I'm going to go to the weekly time frame. We're going to take a look at the entirety of this bull trend, and I want to show you how uptrends work and how we can time those retracements and those higher lows. The bottom of a downtrend is always signaled by the price getting lower as the oscillator is making higher lows. This is known colloquially as the uneven butt cheek pattern. Big juicy on the left, skinny on the right, like that old waitress at the diner coming out with her uneven butt cheeks, spilling the damn coffee all over the floor. Then, the first continuation pattern is marked by a trigger wave on market Cipher B with continued money flow getting higher. All right, back here in August 2023, this was our first big continuation pattern. Boom. Now, from this point onward, every single higher low in the uptrend, what I mean by an uptrend is you can take a trend line and just put it here and connect all those lows together. Every single higher low on this trend line is marked now by a momentum wave getting lower over time. All right, this is called a hidden bullish divergence. When you have a hidden bullish divergence, it is a continuation pattern of a larger trend. When the price makes a higher high and then retraces a little bit and makes a higher low, and you see that lower momentum wave, you can think of it as somebody throwing a rock off a roof onto a trampoline. The trampoline gets a big old stretch, and then boom, we get another big push to the upside. Now, if we zoom in to the daily time frame and we look at now the microcosm of the macrocosm, we can see that since April, what do we see right here at the bottom? Well, of course, we see the price getting lower into that key support, bullish divergence. Then we see the back test of $100,000, and we see the momentum wave getting higher, the money flow getting thicker. Of course, in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, this was the juicy trade setup that we gave right from the exact low over in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. Shout out to the Casper Crew, where we give the trade setups in advance, let the community know what we are doing, lock in the juicy profits. Where we give the trade setups in advance, let the community know what we are doing, and lock in the juicy profits. Where we give the trade setups in advance, let the community know when we are entering the trade, and we lock in the juiciest profits. And most recently, of course, we had the long trade from 109.56. We took that just as a scalp trade, but you know what? This scalp trade might actually turn into more of a swing trade. And I'll be honest with you, given the bullishness of what's happening right now, I am looking for an opportunity to add a juicy position size to this scalp trade. So maybe we could load this thing up as a big old swing to 130,000. But we're going to get into why I'm feeling very bullish right now. We come back to TradingView and look at this. Now we are once again making a higher high, and we're making a higher low, and we are seeing a hidden bullish divergence print. All right, this is a true blue continuation pattern. We kind of had one here, but it wasn't the best. This one is very, very clear. If this one confirms, that is very, very bullish for Bitcoin, because as you can see from this chart, we are coming back to backtest a major support resistance flip, which is this. For the past few months, about 8 months, close to a year, since November 2024, The Bitcoin price, the fair value that the market participants had established was between $110,000 and about $86,000. This is fair price to Bitcoin. Anything above is considered expensive Bitcoin. When we come to the top, you expect to move to the downside. When you come to the bottom, you expect to move to the upside. Well, what's happening right now is the Bitcoin price has broken out of this fair value zone, and the market right now is testing. It's a back test. Why do they call it a back test? It's because we, as the market, are testing this level to say, this used to be considered expensive Bitcoin where people were interested in taking profits. But what happens if we come back to the level now after a breakout? Are we going to consider this now cheap Bitcoin, where instead of taking profits, people are actually going to be buying this level? Well, so far, so good, because for the past 3 days, 4 days actually, we have held this level. And potentially, if we confirm this bullish divergence in approximately 10 hours and 55 minutes, this could absolutely be the bottom of this retracement. Now, I want to make something very clear. First of all, there is no real sign of strength on this move to the upside until we are actually back inside the fair value zone of the breakout range. Okay, it's all about fair value zones. We could very easily come up to here and fail to come above 114.5 and get another move to the downside. That is possible. Okay, we're going to talk about that later and how I'd still view this as a very bullish thing. But if we can come above this area and we confirm that hidden bullish divergence, then I would say this is very bullish. And then what we could do is we could look for a move up. We could look for now a back test of this fair value zone, and then we could take a trade up to the highs, right? Again, we're not getting bullish because there's a big pump. We're getting bullish because we're reclaiming what used to be resistance. We're retesting it. The market participants are saying, hey, you know, this is resistance historically where people were looking to sell, but are we now willing to buy? And we see that bounce. And so we say we have hidden bullish divergences. We're changing market structure from bearish back into bullish. We're reclaiming key resistance as support. That gives us a valid reason to take a trade. And if all this trading stuff is new for you, I highly recommend you check out my course. It only costs free $99. That's right, it's totally free on YouTube. An 18-part course for free, all right? As the title says, life-changing. Wow, who wouldn't click on that title? All right, we even come down here, you can see 18 sessions, absolutely amazing. Sometimes we even pull on the dang wig. Let's see. Here we go. Yeah, sometimes we even put on the dang wig, all right? Now, you could tell this is a real trading guru right here. Because all internet trading gurus and all gurus on the internet, for some reason, they all grow out their hair, right? I don't know what it is. But you ever notice that? You have these gurus, the first few years of their YouTube channel, they keep their hair short, but then eventually they grow it long. Well, that's how you know this is a legit course for free $99, baby. All right, so go check it out. Also, if you want to trade cryptocurrency, altcoins, Bitcoins, I'm currently trading on KCEX, BLOFIN, and WEEX. Now, BLOFIN, in some regions, I guess you need a VPN. But you do not need to KYC on these exchanges, which is why I like them. Also, if you sign up using my link, you are eligible for $100 giveaways that we do every single week. You don't need to deposit anything to be eligible for the giveaways. Also, if you want to join the Casper VIP Discord, where we gave the long trade setup in advance, where we regularly every single day have 3 instructors giving you their setups, telling you what they are doing, you can go to jasoncaspertrading.com, click the link to join the best dang trading community in the world. Now, coming back to the chart, talking about flipping resistance into support, we know that that is bullish. If we reject from here and we get another move to the downside, all right, then this is still very bullish to me. Why? Because if we take our Fibonacci from the last low in April to the current high, you can see that we'll be coming right into this Fibonacci 618 level. This is a major, major area of support. Not only that, we could just clearly see by going back in time that this level here, let's use a trend line. This level was our resistance, our consolidation. We flip it into support. It's a very, very key level in this zone. And if we get another move down to that very key support, what would that do to our 4-hour time frame? that would actually give us what's known as the bullish Sam Bankman-Fried man boob pattern. All right, let's check it out. This is Sam Bankman-Fried hanging upside down. If we flip him right side up, we can see that for some reason, as the price is getting lower to key support, the man boobs are getting higher over time. The money flow on market Cipher B is getting higher over time. Even the smile, the smirk is getting higher over time. Even the eyes angled upward. Even the hair. Look at that angle. All right. And in fact, you know what? If we even just take these mammary glamourouses and we post them onto the chart, we can see the resemblance is striking. How if we just extrapolate into the future, what could happen on another dip? We would easily see the former FTX exchange owner and CEO clearly on the chart. The money flow on the 4-hour would be getting higher, right? And the momentum waves would be getting higher. And this would be happening in the context of a hidden bullish divergence printing on the chart. I want to make one thing extra clear for sure. This hidden bullish divergence is not confirmed yet. If New York opens today in approximately 21 minutes, the recording of this video, and we see a dump to the downside, this green dot could go away. Does that matter? No. Why? Because forget about the dots. All right. I don't even use the dots. The dots are lagging indicator. What's the leading indicator on market Cipher is the money flow and the actual place on the oscillator where the wave is printing. So long as this momentum wave is below -53, which it already is, we have automatically a hidden bullish divergence on the daily. So if this dot just so happens to go away and this momentum wave comes down a little bit lower, but that 4-hour is giving us this very bullish looking uneven butt cheek / Sam Bankman-Fried bullish man boob pattern, that is very, very, very bullish. That is like the ultimate signal, the continuation pattern, in which case I would expect that we come and we make another high. I would look at this whole thing as a correction in an uptrend, just like what we saw over here. We saw the move up, move down, move up, took that final low right into the retest of 100K, and then boom! Now, notice something about this retest of 100K. I just want to point this out. But that also did happen to be the Fibonacci golden pocket. Oh man, everything's lining up perfectly. I can connect all the dots on my wall. It's making perfect sense now. Potentially, we are about to see a major pump on the Bitcoin price. Now, nothing's guaranteed in trading, okay? Obviously, if we're going to lose the golden pocket, and very specifically, if we are going to close weekly candles below the value area the value area high of this 8-month range, then I have to say, you know what? I'm wrong. It's not bullish. This is bearish, and we can expect to move down potentially to the mid-90s. All right, that's the reality. But all signs right now, as far as I see it on the chart, are showing bullishness. And even in the event of another drop to the downside, looking pretty dang bullish to me. All right, so guys, speaking of this, we talked about the altcoins in the beginning. The altcoins right now are looking very, very bottomed out. We are seeing bullish divergences on the very high time frames for ETH, for AVAX, for Solana, for XR Pizzle, for Cardano, and many others. And it's my belief that as long as Bitcoin can hold this level, we are primed for the next few months being some of the most bullish months for the altcoins in the last few years. All right. So that being said, that's it for today's video. May God bless everybody in the name of Jesus, Yeshua, the Messiah. Even if you are not religious, I sincerely pray from my heart that you and your family are blessed in many ways. And I will see everybody in the next video. Peace.